What if every technology designed to save our planet is actually putting it at greater risk? Visualization software used in climate change modeling can be a double-edged sword, and there are serious warning signs we need to recognize. Imagining a coastal town relying on advanced models to plan for rising sea levels. It sounds ideal, but what if the data behind those predictions is flawed or manipulated? Misusing this software can lead to catastrophic decisions. Cities have invested millions in seawalls based on overly optimistic projections, only to be blindsided when underestimated storms hit. The consequences are real and devastating, yet many remain unaware of the lurking risks. Often, these issues arise from human error and biases in the algorithms. When data is misrepresented or assumptions are flawed, the resulting picture becomes dangerously distorted, creating a false sense of security. That bright future reflected in those models can blind us to the underlying reality. The data might not account for nature's unpredictability or could be tailored to fit a specific narrative. As investments surge based on fragile models, the stakes could be higher. What happens when those predictions fail? Lives could be uprooted, communities devastated, and trust in technology shattered. So, what can we do? We must demand transparency in these models and scrutinize the data sources and algorithms used. All goes just like you would trust a map that omits crucial roads, we can't rely on models that ignore the complexities of our climate. Stay vigilant. Every software meant to guide us could lead us astray if we don't remain aware of these warning signs. Your awareness could make all the difference. Have you ever considered what goes into those striking climate change visualizations? Behind that impressive data lies a complex web of hidden dangers. Imagining a future shaped by predictions you thought were reliable. But what if these AI-driven models are misleading us? Many people don't realize that AI can misinterpret data, leading to serious miscalculations. Picture a bustling coastal city being told it has 10 years before sea levels rise significantly. Sounds reassuring, right? But what if the model is flawed? Families making life-altering decisions, buying homes, investing in businesses could find themselves facing an imminent crisis. These aren't just numbers, real lives are at stake. As we dig deeper, we see that even the most advanced AI systems can overlook crucial variables. A simple data input can lead to massive errors more often than you'd expect. The algorithms generating these visualizations can miss regional specifics, creating a false sense of security. Imagine being a scientist, dedicating yourself to a project, only to discover that your data was misrepresented by the very software you trusted. It's a nightmare scenario, and it's happening now. The consequences of these miscalculations can ripple through various industries, impacting everything from agriculture to urban planning. The stakes are high. What happens when we can't trust every tool's designed to help us? So, how can we protect ourselves? Instead of relying solely on AI, we need a human touch, collaboration between data scientists and climate experts. It's about blending human intuition with machine learning to create a more accurate picture. Before we wrap up, take a moment to reflect. The next time you see a climate visualization, ask yourself what's missing. What assumptions shaped this image? We all have a role in demanding accountability and transparency in these technologies. So, what's your next step? Start digging deeper and don't just accept surface-level data as the whole truth. The future is in our hands, but we must stay vigilant. Imagine waking up to a world transformed overnight floods where there were none, wildfires ravaging entire towns. This could be our reality if we overlook the hidden dangers in the visualization software used for climate change modeling. Many people trust these models without a second thought, seeing vibrant graphs and intricate simulations and thinking, this is it. This is the future. But behind those appealing visuals lie significant risks. What if I told you that the very tools meant to protect us could actually mislead us? Visualization software is incredibly powerful, capable of predicting weather patterns, modeling rising sea levels, and forecasting climate change impacts. However, there's a darker side to this power. Poor data inputs, flawed algorithms, and biases can distort these predictions. Imagine it being a policymaker making crucial decisions based on a fundamentally flawed model. What happens then? Picture this: you're at a community meeting, and someone presents a stunning chart showing how safe your town is from flooding. But what if that chart is based on outdated data? Or worse, what if the algorithm is biased, putting vulnerable communities at risk? The difference between safety and disaster could hinge on just a line on a graph. Here's the real issue: many don't realize how easily these tools can be misused. A designer might add a flashy feature to grab attention, but in doing so, they could oversimplify complex data. This misleads not just the public, but also the decision makers who rely on that information. This is who really silly they that it is this is in essentially I have a Imagining a scientist pouring their heart into a model, only to see it misinterpreted due to a glaring error. The stakes are incredibly high, and the consequences can be devastating. With climate change pressing upon us, we can't afford these mistakes. So, what can we do? First, we need to demand transparency from the creators of visualization tools. Ask questions and challenge the data. Who designed this model? What assumptions were made? These inquiries could change the game. Second, we must advocate for continuous updates and checks on these tools. Climate data is static, it evolves, and the software needs to evolve with it. Imagine if every new climate study prompted updates to the models, would have a much clearer picture of our future. As we